Hey, Shalom. Giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Hakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Okay, scattered abroad. Lord willing is edifying to the hopeful elect, man. All right. John 3:16, and that whole understanding that somehow the Most High is dealing with everybody and who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which that's not his name, died for everybody, is false. He's not dealing with all mankind. Now, I'm not going to make this long because this could be, there's hundreds of precepts, you feel me, literally, of how, the Most High is only dealing with Israel, all right? But I'm going to make it short and sweet to the point, quick hit. Hey, Shalom Akia. So I'm responding to the comment board because for some reason on my last two videos, you feel me? You got, which shows you that brother Akim, brethren, them, all right? Other people are watching our videos, man. They watching our videos, all right? So I'm sticking to the milk right now, and, the elect go and get it. Anybody else is, blinded, all right? Um, According to Romans, all right? So this is John 3:16. Let's get here. Had to get some light from this LED light so we could see, all right? For the Most High, right, the Heavenly Father, so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And that is true. But you have to understand deeper than the surface area. Because when people hear that, the world, they thinking that's everybody when it is not. Okay? So we're going to get into the world. All right? And, well, let's just cut it real quick. Let's just cut it real quick in the book of Hebrews, right? Chapter 1, verse 1. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. So this is plural. All right, there's more than one world. Okay, so when it says, and this is in the New Testament, all right, so when it says that, for God so loved the world, this is not referring to all mankind. This is the milk, man. This is the milk. And to prove that, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah to see who exactly he's dealing with. Isaiah, where is it at now? Go back to it. Salakia. Salak. Let's see here. Isaiah 45 and 17. Yeah, I was right there. All right, so it reads, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end, man. Everlasting life is only given unto the Israelites, hence everlasting salvation, man. All right, saved from what? From death. And who, killed death? Yahweh Shai. He overcame death. All right, I use killed death. I know that's kind of sounding like an oxymoron, but you get the picture, man. All right, notice how I got John 3:16 right there. All right, because Matthew 1:21 says, I know this by heart. All right, for he shall have a son. All right, and you shall name him. It says Jesus, but I just did a video on it that it's Yahweh Shai, right? And he shall save his people from their sins. All right, so Yahweh Shai only came for his people, man. Okay, and so first and foremost, right, back to John 3:16 to stay on the point. I mean, this is all coming back full circle. All right, but hey, we got to get it in. All right, so John 3:16, for God so loved the world, right? So when we go to this word world, see if I could get it real quick. World, right? World, right? So we go all the way, boom, right? John 3:16, right? It is what? 2889 in the Greek. So now let's go to the Greek. Remember, this is the concordance. 2889. Boom. Right? So that word world was translated into the English from what Greek word? Cosmos or cosmos in the correct pronunciation. Probably from the base of 2865. Orderly arrangement. An example, decoration. By implication, the world in a wide or what? Narrow sense, including its inhabitants, literally or figuratively. Morally adorning world. All right. So when you adorn something or you decorate something, you're doing it with what? With something that's precious, right? Something that you want it to stand out in. All right. You know, you decorate, all right, an apartment. All right. You know, pagans decorate Christmas trees, right? You know, you could decorate yourself with jewelry. All right. And that is the perfect example that I actually wanted to get in Zechariah. See if I could get it real quick. What was it? 9. Right. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 16. And the Lord, their power, shall save them in that day as the flock of his people, for they shall be as the stones of a crown, lifted up as an ensign upon his land. So the Most High is going to save his people, right? And his people shall be what? Decorations in his crown, gemstones in his crown, man. All right. When you you get a Rolex, all right, yeah, that's cool with the plain Jane, but Jake like to do what? Get the bust down. They want to bust it down, right? With VVS diamonds and all that. All right. That's how you know the father's the ultimate Jake, man. All right. So when we see that word cosmos, all right, decoration, adorning, all right, there's a certain world. That's why worlds is plural in Hebrews. And in Isaiah, he says that Israel is a world without end, man. So the only world that is talking about in John 3:16 is the world of Israel. The world of Israel. So then we ask, well, all his people, it said his people. It didn't say Israel. What about all his people? Well, let's go to Amos then. Let's go to Amos. Let's see. What was it? Chapter 9? Salak. See if I can find it real quick. Oh, was it chapter 7? Yeah. Chapter 7, the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 15. And the Lord took me as I followed the flock. And the Lord said unto me, go prophesy unto who? My people Israel. So Matthew 121, and he shall save his people. His people is who? Israelites, man. Okay. So using that Colossians or Galatians, Jew, Greek, Scythian, barbarian, you have to understand the Israelite foreigners mystery, man. All right. The olive tree by nature and the wild olive tree, man. All right. Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles, which are Israelite foreigners. Yeah, let's get that out real quick. Well, I'll just read it. Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. You see? Yeah, and I was gonna bring that one up too, but I wanted to make it quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. All right. As for the other nations, right, as it goes on to say, they have not known him, right, or them, right. So he's only dealing with the Israelites. So that all mankind thing, using one precept and you have no understanding even of that one precept, when the scriptures talk about precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 28, what verse 9, 10, 11, right? So he's not dealing with nobody else, man. All right, he's only dealing with Israelites. All right, it's not no all mankind. There's plenty of scriptures. He looks at the other nations as a drop of a bucket, as spittle, man. Okay, that's just how the Most High set it up. It is what it is. You know, we look at the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. We at the bottom. We the tail, and the enemies, primarily starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, is at the head. What are we going to say to the Most High? Oh, why are we at the bottom? Well, we at the bottom because we disobeyed his word. All right, his commandments, man. You see what I'm saying? So, again, to make it plain and simple, he's only dealing with us. So this is what. So right. So you had cosmos. So in the word world, you're gonna have cosmos, right? When it's dealing with Israelites, because it's dealing with the world in a narrow sense, and it's also wide because he's made the Israelites as many as the sands of the sea and as the stars of heaven, meaning innumerable. This is why you can't have a census on Israel. Okay, and then that lets you know too, because the stars are decorations of the heavens. You see, so when it's a decoration, it's talking about Israelites, man. All right, and we're the stones of his crown. All right, he's not putting nobody else. He's only dealing with Israel. Okay, so when we go to the book of Luke, and I'm gonna end it off here, the book of Luke, chapter 2, right? The book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Now let's look up that world in Luke chapter 2, verse 1 and see if it's cosmos. Because if it was cosmos, that means that only Israelites would be taxed, right? Because we just went down and we showed our scholarship through actually getting the original tongues of the scriptures of how it was translated, you know, in the Greek. And the Greek was, you know, there was a lot of Greek speaking Israelites, okay, because of the captivity under the Greeks. Okay, so now we're gonna go to world. Let's get it again. Salakia, bear with me. World, right? And then we're gonna look up Luke 2:1, right? That all the world should be taxed. Oh, it's 3625. It's not 2889. So let's go to 3625 in the Greek. See, I just bought this 3625. I just bought this concordance. Now I'm gonna be using it for a lot of videos, man. This the concordance really break down. Of course, they're not 100% correct, but you have to have the spirit working with you. But you know, majority of the concordance, you feel me, by filtering out through the scriptures and using, you know, spiritual understanding, you know, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you're gonna get it. Let's see, what was it? 3625. Damn, I forgot already. 36. 36. Yeah, 3625. Okay. So let's highlight that real quick. Salakia. All right. Boom, boom, bang, bada boom, bang. Right? So when it said in Luke 2:1, let's read it again. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. That world is Greek 3625, which is oikumene. Oikumene. Feminine particle. I don't know what press means, but of 3611, noun by implication 1093, land. An example, the terrene, right? Remember, terra in Latin means earth. Part of the globe, especially the Roman Empire, earth, world. All right. So the Romans colonized and conquered what? The known world at that time. Okay. Of course, there was, you know, the 10 tribes over here in Azareth, which is the another land, which it translates into, which is America. But the Romans took over all of the. It was the largest, empire at that time. You see what I'm saying? Each empire basically absorbed the empire that came before it. All right. So Caesar Augustus taxed the whole world, meaning anybody that was under um the Roman Empire, man, which was all nationalities. So there's a difference between world in the oikomeni sense and world in the cosmos sense. So it's not oikomeni. Now, if John 3:16 for God so loved the world, and we looked up world in the sense oikomeni, then we got to deal with the truth. But it doesn't, because if it said oikomeni, it would mean the whole world, the terrene part of the globe, the whole Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire today would be the beast, right? NATO and EU, and anybody that follows under them, that is basically controlled by them, that has a international bank. All right, and I mean everybody, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna leave it here. All right. Lord willingness to edify unto the elect. The Most High is not dealing with all mankind. He's only dealing with Israel, man, according to the scriptures. All right, and according to the holy scriptures. All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babor, Shalom.